and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you another version of a twisted earband. You can see how this single crochet pattern gives a nice rich texture. I will also show you how to do a trim or edging in a different color, and this pattern also can be done vertically. Look how beautiful it turned out. The rolled edge or reverse single crochet is an option as well. I will also show you how to change colors so you can make your earband with two tones. Look how pretty this is. So this pattern is done with single crochet going back and forth. We're going to be working in the front loop. This is what creates this beautiful design. And also to make a nice straight edge. So we just have to make this one big long rectangle and your headband will just about be complete. If you like my videos, please be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get started. What you will need for this project is any yarn. You will also need a 6mm crochet hook, measuring tape, scissors, and a darning needle. I am using this bulky yarn. It's a number 6. I just happen to have some left over. It's really nice and soft, and I will also be using a 6mm crochet hook. Let's start with a slip knot. We can then do our chain of about 10 to 14 stitches. You can make this as wide as you would like. The measurement should be anywhere from 3 to 4 inches or 8 to 10 centimeters. We will then start in the second chain from the hook. So this one right here. We will insert our hook, draw up the yarn, pull it up so you have 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. This is a single crochet. Let's do it again. Insert your hook, pull up the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. Continue this all the way along. You will now have 1 stitch remaining. So right in there, put your last single crochet. You have now completed your first row. We will then chain 1 and turn. So you can turn your work this way, or you can turn your work the other way. Either way is okay, just as long as you are consistent with every turn. So once you decide which way you're going to turn, do all your turns that way. So we're going to do a single crochet in the front loop only. As you can see, there are 2 strands of yarn here. We're just going to go into that front loop. So pull up the yarn and do your single crochet. So front loop and single crochet. When we get to our last stitch, we're actually going to go under both loops. So not just the front one, we're going to go under both. And this will give us a nicer edge for the finish. So make sure on that last stitch, you're going underneath both and do your single crochet. We're going to repeat this row, and that's going to be your pattern. So chain 1 and turn. And now you can see how this pattern is created. By going through the front loop, you create this nice line in your stitch. So continuing with each row, go front loop only in the first one, and then go all the way across. The most important thing is to make sure that you have the same amount of stitches in every row. We will do one more row together. Here is our last stitch, and we're going to go underneath both pieces of yarn. So underneath both, and finish your single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, and just continue until you have the correct length. To find out how long it should be, first you need to measure your head, and then make it about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters shorter. So for this ear band, the head measurement is supposed to be 21 inches, so I'm going to make it 1 inch shorter at 20 inches. When you've reached your desired length, leave about a 15-inch tail or 38 centimeters, cut your yarn and pull through. When I finished my ear band, I felt I wanted it a little bit wider, so I decided to put an edge on it. So I had this powder pink color yarn, and it is from Red Heart. I thought it was so nice and soft, and the color just went so well with my gray. It is a number 5 bulky yarn, and I thought it would make a nice trim. So let's start at the very end of our work. Let's insert our yarn and pull up this color for the trim. We're going to do a chain 1, and then we will do a single crochet in that same stitch. We will then put a single crochet at the end of each row. So here you can see the end of each row, and this is where we will put our stitch. I really liked the look of this stitch. However, I thought maybe I wanted it a little bit more full, so I decided to take it out and put 2 stitches at the end of each row. Choose whichever way you like best. Continue your pattern until you reach the end. I will meet you there. We will then continue with our single crochet along the edge and then all the way along the other side. Put 2 single crochet in the corner. Then work down the side, 1 single crochet in each stitch. Again, we'll put 2 single crochet in the corner. Make sure you leave that long strand because that's what we'll put our headband together with. And then going down the other side, again, we'll put 2 stitches at the end of each row. I will meet you back at the corner. Once you have reached the corner, you could just cut your yarn and pull through. We don't have to do this edge here because that's where we're going to join the ear band together. We can now weave in our short ends. This is our front side, or the good side of our ear band. So we're going to leave this facing us. We're then going to bring our ends together. And this is how we're going to join. Fold each piece in half. We will then put them together, just like this. Line them up as best as you can, and with your darning needle, you will go through all 4 pieces. So going back and forth through all 4 pieces. Once you have reached the end, make sure it is nice and secure, and then we will go back through again. Cut your yarn, and you now have made your ear band. Don't worry how this side will look because that's the inside, but once you turn it, you've now created your first ear band. Gorgeous! On this ear band, you can see that I've done a reverse single crochet for a trim. You can see this on my other video of version 1 on how to do it. Or just have a look at this little clip above. And of course, changing up to a vertical stitch makes such a unique pattern. This was done with a number 4 weight of acrylic yarn and the reverse single crochet on the edge. Here is another version of the single crochet. Again, I've done a reverse single crochet along the edge. And this is a single crochet as well, but going through the back loop only. So going through the back loop creates these ridges for a really nice texture. I will now show you how to change colors to make a 2-color version headband or earband like this. We will use the front loop only pattern. Decide what your head measurement is and how many inches you're going to make your band, and then we're just going to divide that in half. When you have reached your last stitch, we're going to insert your hook and pull up the yarn, but we're going to finish this single crochet with our new color. So let's pull in the new color, and then we can chain 1 and turn. Just give a little pull snug. Again, start in that very first stitch, front loop only, and continue your pattern. Be sure you have the same amount of rows for each side. We can then weave in our short ends. When you finish, be sure to leave a long enough tail to put our earband together, so about 15 inches or 38 centimeters. Both sides will be the same, so it doesn't matter how you put your earband together. Bring your ends to the center. Fold each end in half. And weave together. I absolutely love the way this two-toned version of the earband turned out. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!